something that I recently learned about, and I know it's probably because I'm not that in touch with music current news, but it's something I wanted to address. Recently, I was became privy to the new Stone Temple Pilots album that came out. I think it's EP. I don't think it's a full blown album, but I think it's an EP. Um, and obviously, singing is Chester Bennington of Linkin Park. And what I wanted to find out from you simply is because the whole backstory that I heard about what happened with Scott Weiland and the rest of the STP was that the band had they had reached an agreement with Scott Weiland to come together, do a reunion tour because a reunion 25th anniversary of course, something like that, 20th or 25th, some one of those two, I don't know. And they had agreed to come together, do a reunion tour. What happened was, as all the all the logistics were being figured out and plans were being made, Scott Weiland started making plans to go behind the band's back, set up a separate tour with hired musicians, and then dump his tour with STP. I know some people I've heard, I've read, certain responses to other videos on YouTube, that sort of thing, talking about, that, Scott Weiland is STP and blah, 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 blah. And, I mean, I really can't give much credibility to those statements because, the reason, the main reason I think STP was a really good band was because of the music. The DeLeo brothers are just creatively. I mean, and honestly, it showed when they went off and did that side project, the Army of Anyone. That album, if you haven't heard that album, album's great. You need to get that album. You need to listen to it 20 trillion times. Army of Anyone, it's a great album. Okay, and it showed that the DeLeo brothers are the reason STP has any great music whatsoever. Can Scott Weiland sing? Sure. Can he write lyrics? Sure. Right. But obviously, with all the other baggage that Scott Weiland brings into the band, it almost makes it like, what, they can find somebody else, and obviously they have. As far as I'm concerned, Chester Bennington is 10 times the singer Scott Weiland ever was. Okay. Now, in my opinion, even if they were neck and neck in ability, well, guess what? Chester Bennington gets extra points for not being a jerk to work with, for not being a stinking prima donna, pompous jerk. That's my opinion. Scott Weiland doesn't write any music. He doesn't write any music. He writes words. He writes lyric lines. That's the extent of it. All the music comes from the DeLeo brothers, and to think that Scott Weiland's going to go behind their back and do a tour with hired musicians to play the same songs that he could play with his actual band, so he can pocket all the money. That's really what it's about. It's about money. So, but now obviously you know what I think. I guess the question is, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that it was right for them to drop Scott Weiland? And obviously, and say if they hadn't brought in Chester Bennington. What if they hadn't brought in Chester Bennington? Who do you think they should have brought in instead? Okay, I think Chester's doing a great job. I heard a couple of tracks off the EP. I think the EP is very Stone Temple Pilots feeling. And I think Chester Bennington, being a fan of the band first, before he became a member of the band, he was a fan first. So he's not going to come in trying to push his own agenda. He wants it to be Stone Temple Pilots. He wants it to have that same feel, whether musically and lyrically, vocal lines and that sort of thing. So go ahead, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And again, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'm going to get back into the ring of putting out videos at least every couple weeks to a month. My videos do kind of take a little while to make because there's a lot of production to go into it. Obviously, all the working with the drummers long distance, sending back and forth junk tracks, getting the tracks back from them, and then re-recording everything, and then obviously shooting video. I mean, it's just a big long process. And on top of that, I got a job, so I'm just kind of doing this on the side. So like I said, but I try to do it as often as I can. And like if you're gonna go ahead and subscribe, that'd be great. And like I said, also I mentioned this on a previous video that I am also working on a 4-song EP of original music that I'll be putting out. I don't have a release date yet, mainly because I'm still at least working on getting drum tracks from 2 other drummers that are I'm working with for the two other songs. So once I actually get at least drum tracks for that, I'll at least have a working date that I'll be able to release this on. Like I said, it's gonna be free. I'm just gonna give it to you, give it to let everyone know about it. It's totally free, just to kind of let you know what kind of stuff I could do with as far as original music. I have been asked on some of my videos, if I am planning on doing original music, and the answer is yes, and the answer will hopefully be coming soon, whether or not I'm any good at it. So, like I said, thank you for watching this video, and if you actually made it all the way to the end of this video, I applaud you. And like I said, subscribe to my channel, and like I said, you'll see me again soon. Have a nice day.